All right, hey guys, I am trying to make you a quick video on half-life, things that you need to know. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing to sit kind of straight. Things that you need to know. I know it's very, very hard to see, so I'm going to kind of lift this paper and hope that it will adjust. There we go. That's what I need. All right, so first I want to go over just some quick notes about how you calculate half-life, some things that you need to kind of remember when it comes to half-life. Okay. All right, so first thing to remember, if you're finding the original amount, so you know what you end with, but you need to find what you start with, you need to find what you start with. The first step is to do time passed divided by the half-life. Both of these should be given to you in the problem, and that's going to give you the number of half-lives. After you know the number of half-lives, you are going to take that new amount and multiply it by 2 that many times. So when I say many times, that's the number of half-lives that you've gone through. If you're finding the new amount, then you do the same step 1 as you do here, so time passed divided by half-life, and then instead of multiplying by 2 for the new amount, you're going to take the original and you're going to divide by 2 as many times as the half-lives that you went through. If you're finding the half-life, so let's say we've got the original amount, we've got the new amount, and we are looking for the half-life, you are going to take the original, you're going to divide it by 2 until you get to the new amount, which is given. Both of those should be given to you. So it could be that you started with 100 and you end with 25. How many half-lives do you get through? You do 100 divided by 2, get you to 50, divided by 2, get you to 25. That tells you how many half-lives you went through. Then, to find out what the actual half-life is, because that is a time measurement, you're going to take the amount of time passed. This is also given to you, and divide it by the number of half-lives you just calculated, and that will give you the half-life. If you're finding the time passed, then that's the same as above, first step, so original divided by 2 till you get to the new, and then you're going to take the half-life that's given in the problem and multiply it here, because we should end up with more time, right? So if we're looking for amount of time passed, that should be more time than the half-life itself. So now I want to just go over 2 quick examples with you so you can see how to do one of the first 2 bullets and then how to do one of the last 2 bullets that we just went over. So this says if the half-life of ZN71 is the half-life of ZN71 is 2.4 minutes. If you had 10 grams at the beginning, how many grams would you have after 7.2 minutes? So I just annotated our problem. I underlined what we were given and I circled what we're looking for. So we started with 10 grams. We want to know how much we have at the end. So this is my original. This is my new. This is my half-life. And this is time passed. Okay. So we're going to be following bullet 1 from above. So step 1, we're going to do time passed divided by your half-life. So we're going to do 7.2 divided by 2.4. And on your calculator, that should come out to 3. So we went through 3 half-lives to get from 2.4 to 7.2. Now that we know we went through 3 half-lives, we're going to take our original amount of 10 grams and we are going to divide it by 2 3 times. So 10 divided by 2 is 5 grams. Divided by 2 is 2.5 grams. Divided by 2, so this is my third half-life, is 1.25 grams. And that would be your answer. That's all you have to do here. Remember, I gave you the equation in the original set of notes. Don't even worry about the equation. You don't have to do it. Just divide by 2. It's going to make it much easier for you. Now, this next question says, after 24 days, so I can raise this up so you see the whole thing. There we go. After 24 days, 2 milligrams of an original 128 milligrams, maybe that's a little sloppy to see, 128 milligrams still remain. What is the half-life? So we're trying to figure out what the actual half-life is here, knowing the original, the new, and the time passed. So we're going to take that original amount, and we are going to divide through by 2 until we get all the way down to 2 grams. Okay. So 128 divided by 2 gets you to 64. Divided by 2 gets you to 32. Divided by 2 gets you to 16. Divided by 2 gets you to 8. Divided by 2 gets you to 4. And divided by 2 one more time will get you all the way down to 2. So if we count our arrows, that tells us how many half-lives we went through. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 half-lives. Now that we know that we went through 6 half-lives, we're going to take our 24